right now we're on our way to Junya Watanabe. It's my first Junya show. Quite frankly, the collection was incredible. The show started and I was like, it was just like a normal suiting look. I was like, okay, this is kind of boring. As I got like a second look, the details, like the construction of the blazer was insane, and a couple more looks with the same construction of the blazer, and the show then slowly evolved to become this like tech wear monster. It was tech wear everything, and it was so sick. This was the strongest collection, collection-wise, that I saw throughout Paris Fashion Week. There was some very strong shows, but the clothes just alone speaking for themselves, the Junya show was incredible. The attention to detail was insane. They even had some very unexpected collaborations that I noticed on the runway. Palace, which I never expected Junya to collab with Palace, but there you go. Champion, Carhartt, and New Balance. I believe Junya has previously collaborated with New Balance. It was beautiful. Thank you, Junya, for having us. Today we're in Paris, outside a parking garage, here where the Etude fashion show is about to happen. Right now it's currently empty, and the whole production team is inside, setting up all the lighting, the music, getting ready for the show. The models haven't even arrived yet, but we have a backstage access, so we're gonna take a look to see what goes down before and after the show. Come check it out. As you walked into the first floor of this parking garage building, first thing you noticed was this giant Etude sign. The guests after the show were able to scratch their different little designs, or maybe write their name with the key that they got as a little gift for attending the show. Models are now arriving, and they're getting hair and makeup done, and then after this they get their clothes on. Keys were actually a very strong theme throughout this collection, as well as getting a key. When you arrived, you also got several keys as an invitation, and a lot of the looks had keys around their neck as kind of a necklace. What are you wearing today, Paul?
So today I'm wearing a vintage cap, Land Rover. Everything actually is vintage. My pants is Levi's.
Okay.
And nice guy CG.
Nice. Those are cool pants.
Yeah, thank you.
So what's your relationship with Etude?
So actually it's the first time I'm going to the show.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm excited. So I like the brand. It's dope.
Me too.
So I'm excited to see what they're gonna show.
There was guests sitting on all the different levels of this parking garage. This brand is quite different, in my opinion. First time I find out, actually, and first time I see that this brand actually has not one, not two, but actually 3 different creative directors, which was new and interesting to see for me. Yeah, it was a cool collection. What are you wearing right now?
obviously, Etude.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's the collaboration with Basquiat.
Yeah, I love your jacket.
So full look, the suite and the bombers. And also I twist it with a pair of New Rock Flame.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I love the back of your jacket. It's incredible. Yeah. Amazing. So what's your relationship with Etude?
And so I'm following Etude for like a long time now. But what I'm loving the most from the brand is all the collaboration with young artists, but also international, worldwide wine.
Yeah.
So like especially this one is perfect actually. Yeah. But I think it's cool to see like some artistic people from contemporary art to do stuff with fashion. And also
so the Louis Vuitton show. The LV show was crazy. It was also one of the most anticipated shows of the whole season, given that it was the first show without Virgil Abloh's creative direction. So it was a new direction for the brand people wanted to see. And quite frankly, we also wanted to see. So we decided to try and sneak in. This was very stressful, but also very exciting. This show was really insane. As the show started, Rosalia performed as the model started to walk down. Let me just premise this by saying this was a very controversial show in itself. I mean, a lot of people I talked to had mixed feelings about it. A lot of people did not like it, given the fact of, well, there was a lot of talk of this show being very reminiscent to the aesthetic of Virgil's aesthetic. I mean, I'm a big fan of Colm's work, but I also had this initial reaction until I started to kind of look into it and start to understand the concept more, because I had the privilege of someone explaining to me the idea behind this show. Fashion brands tend to put it right in your face, but won't exactly write it out in front of you. So they want fashion to be more viewed as art. So they try to leave a lot up for interpretation. But basically, the idea behind this show was the idea of the brand Louis Vuitton throughout your life. It starts by models walking down, different rooms, ending up in a living room. And it's this idea of like when you wake up, not when you wake up, when you're first born in a hospital room. You're born into a hospital room and your mom has a Louis Vuitton bag, just in the chair, and at this point you don't even know what LV is, but you kind of grow up with it kind of throughout your life. Even if you don't own it, it's kind of there as a brand, and as you walk through life, the models started to do things that like a child would do throughout life. So there was, as models walked through certain rooms, they would start to draw on the walls and play with different children's toys, and then start growing into like these more mature things, and basically it's, from a marketing standpoint, they're positioning LV as this larger than life idea, which, I mean, I might not necessarily agree with it, but I do think it's genius marketing. I think Colm is like a very talented creative, and he has great ideas. I am a very big fan of his brand, and to be honest, his fashion shows, as models are walking down the runway, several protesters start to protest fur, and cops in rollerblades literally tackle them it was insane to watch, but I watched it with my own two eyes because we didn't make it in through the media outlet. So I was with some friends attempting to actually walk in, and we decided to split up just because we were too many people. Some of us tried through the normal entrance and some actually made it in, but me and Abel tried through the media entrance and we didn't make it in. But you know, next season we're gonna be there. So after the super chaotic Louis Vuitton show, we headed quickly over here to Amiri. The show is barely getting, the guests are barely starting to arrive, but soon enough the models are gonna walk through this like vinyl runway, vinyl inspired runway, which is very reminiscent of the invitations they sent today, which are basically a mini vinyl. The invitations were really cool. Like I low-key regret not replying to that email early enough, but yeah, let's see what they have in store for us. The collection itself felt very, weirdly enough, felt very like Kim Jones Dior, but it was an ode to back when record players were a thing. Honestly, it was a pleasant surprise. My kind of expectations were lower, but the whole presentation was very clean and pretty cool to see.
For me, like menswear and tailoring is all about being super comfortable but still looking luxurious, so it doesn't have to be a...
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to watch another video, make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell, like this video, and let me know which show was your favorite. Stay tuned for more, part 2 coming soon. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.